We welcome into tonight's program Coach Josh Ferrell of the new head coach of the Russellville Cyclones. Coach, welcome, congratulations. How you feeling tonight?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited. I feel good and I'm excited. Super thankful and super honored, for the opportunity to lead the Russellville Cyclones.
Well, I want to talk about your players and the program and what you're going to bring to the table as well. But you mentioned the program and an exciting bit of news there as far as who's going to be your assistant as well.
Yes, sir. Yes. So we hired Troy Norton as my high school assistant. Troy's he's been a part of the Russellville community for forever. So he's super familiar with all the guys and the community. So I'm super blessed and thankful to have him. I think
Absolutely.
I think he's a great addition to our staff.
Absolutely. I told two or three people so far that I'm interviewing you, and they said, his assistant's Troy Norton. I said, "Yeah, I know. Everybody knows Troy around here, so
Everybody knows Troy.
that's
Yes.
that's a good deal." Well, Coach,
Yeah.
what do you bring to the table? What kind of ball do you play? What are you looking forward to doing here with the Cyclones?
Yes. First I just want to thank Dr. Lovins, Mr. Holt, Dr. Mounts, Coach Goodman, and the school board. Obviously, I couldn't be in my position without them. Uh, so I just want to thank them, for giving me the opportunity. But man, I'm excited about this year. We have some people coming back from injury, that can make a big impact. As far as how we'll play, I always tell people, when people ask, what's your style, what's your play, I think it kind of depends on your team at the time. If you've got a bunch of, smaller guards, and, you're going to try to play more fast and up and down. But if you've got a lot of big size and you're a little slower, then, you play a little differently. So, you know, I haven't got a chance yet. Hopefully soon, to get in and work with the guys. But one thing that I will say about our program is, we're going to try to play, super hard and disciplined and play the game the right way. And hopefully make us fun to watch this year. And then you know, and hopefully I can tell you a little more in about a month or two.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, not
The
knowing who
style
you're
of
going to
play.
have, right? Not knowing what you're going to have
Yes,
available to you is a little
correct.
bit of an impediment to that. But it is good to know that you've got the ability to adjust and make some game plans based on what kind of talent you
Right.
got. So that's a good thing for sure. Tell us a little
Absolutely.
bit about what your plans are. Basically, if you will, let us know where you came from, how you got here, and kind of what your plans are as you jump in with both feet here in Russellville.
Right. Yes. So, I grew up in the coaching life. Both of my grandpas were uh, football and basketball coaches, and then my dad, he's been a basketball coach for almost 35 years. So I kind of grew up, just in the basketball world, in the coaching world, and in the school business. So, from a early age, I kind of knew that's what I wanted to do. And then, I once I graduated, I played college basketball at University of the Ozarks in Clarksville. Uh, and so I started my career off at P Ridge as an assistant, and then my first head coaching job was my second year at Caddo Hills, where we had a lot of success in 3 years. We went to the state finals my last year there, uh, and then I've been a head coach, 7 out of my 9 total years. So, you know, most recently I was at West Fork, my hometown, and then before that I was at Rogers High. So,
All
uh,
right, got some
and my
experience.
yes, yeah, and I'm sure we may get into this later, but my wife's from Russellville, so we're super excited to be back by her family.
Absolutely. Well, I didn't know that until earlier today. So would you tell us a little bit about that connection?
Yes, yeah, so my brother-in-law actually coached football at Russellville. I can't remember the year. I want to say maybe 2016 when they won the state championship. Uh, and so during that time, I was in college, and I actually did my student teaching at Russellville. So I'm super familiar with the town and with the school. Uh, and then obviously my wife and my brother-in-law went to school here, and uh, so super familiar with the town. And obviously, when the job came open, that was a big attraction to the job.
Absolutely. Well, and we're getting a Brahms, so that's pretty
Hey,
important, I
that
would think.
that that is a plus right there.
Awesome.
That is a plus.
Well, Coach, I know it's bombarding you on the first night is probably not the ideal situation for you, so we'll give you some time. But I'd love to get with you in the gym and see a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes as you guys get ready for your first season here. Congratulations! Thank you for your time this
Yes,
evening.
absolutely. Yes, I'd love to have you, and thank you for what you do for high school sports. You know, every kid deserves what you guys do, so I appreciate it. And if I can ever help you with anything, you got my number. Please let me
Awesome,
know.
awesome. I appreciate it. Well, you have a good evening. Thank you, sir.
Hey, yes, sir. Thank you.